Nurturing the Relationship was a two-day virtual event drawing together members of the Métis Nation and Parks Canada. Hosted by Aaron Myers of the Métis National Council and Marina Best of Parks Canada, 26 presenters shared their traditional knowledge and Western science with an audience of more than 60 who were focused on continuing the dialogue on climate change. This important event began with an opening prayer from Métis Elder Norman Flory, followed by welcoming remarks from MNC President Cassidy Caron and keynote speaker Christine Lothbaum.
Help us, the Métis, to work together, especially utilizing our elders as teachers and preparing our youth for the future.
And if we want to mitigate effects of climate change and to do everything that we can to protect our lands and Mother Earth, that we have to work together.
We at Parks Canada are honored to work with so many amazing partners, be they Métis, First Nation, or Inuit. Parks Canada is committed to advancing its work with Indigenous peoples.
So I just wanted to introduce Tanya. She's drawing, as you can see her there, capturing your thoughts, capturing your voices and the work that you're doing. You know, she'll be showing off a little bit of that work at the end of the day today.
During the virtual meeting, Métis Nation governing members raised the need to prioritize conservation and the protection of cultural keystone species in their provinces and communities, and to do so in closer collaboration and partnership with Parks Canada.
Community members, youth, and elders, we bring everyone together to discuss these issues that are of importance to everyone.
Interestingly, when we talked about partnerships, there was a really big focus on building relationships with different organizations that might be able to help with this kind of work. And Parks Canada was listed as one of the top partners that we should really be looking into.
I think that to have Government of Canada and Parks Canada really pay attention to how important the land is to the Métis community across Canada is key to us moving forward.
So currently, the majority of the MNO's ongoing engagements with Parks Canada are focused on protecting Métis culture and incorporating it into Parks Canada administered places.
There's a lot of opportunity for us to work with parks, especially when it comes to getting our youth involved. I love the idea of land-based learning. I think all of those things are really in line with LAFEM's objectives.
Now I would like to take us into our next session of the agenda. So it is my pleasure to introduce you to Bavaski for the Land Consulting, William Gagnon.
I just want to say that it was a pleasure to work with MNC last year.
Weaving together worldviews on the impacts of climate change and how this too could help strengthen Parks Canada's relationship with Indigenous peoples right here at home.
I strongly urge, in this work, but also in every kind of work, just focus on what works. Because if we give more air to what works, then it's just going to grow.
Climate-related discussions also heard from Métis youth who gave their perspectives on our changing environment, including stewardship and what should be done to protect the land, water, and wildlife, in particular cultural species which Indigenous peoples rely upon.
I belong to the land, and I think a lot of youth are feeling that way. And for me, if it's an IPCA, that's fantastic. If it's more protected areas, that's fantastic as well. I think more of both of those things is absolutely key.
Concerns also looked at the devastating impacts of flooding and wildfires.
For many Métis people, fire has a spirit, and it's an important thing that Creator gave to us to help us live on the earth. And so it's a cultural activity, when you're out there on the landscape using fire.
And exploring ways to bring the Métis Nation and Parks Canada closer together to improve communications and understanding between Western science and traditional knowledge. Parks Canada shared some funding opportunities to help support ongoing dialogue needed to tackle these issues.
I think it should be top priority. A lot of the youth think should be top priority is biodiversity lost and species lost.
As future caretakers of the land, young participants asked to be more actively involved in future dialogue about climate change, something that the Métis National Council, its governing bodies, and Parks Canada are committed to, nurturing the relationship with the goal of protecting Mother Earth.
All our relations, Heitzka, Miigwech, Naskum Tanan, Marcy, hi.
Marcy, Elder Johnson, thank you for ending us in such a beautiful way and for being here with us. I wish everybody on this call a wonderful rest of your day.